What would a Xenoblade Chronicles 4 be like? I guess big spoilers. Let's be honest, if you're clicking on Xenoblade Chronicles 4 stuff, you're already gonna get spoiled. Chances are you're gonna be watching a video or listening to something about whatever happens after Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And if you clicked on this, expect to be already spoiled from Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and 3 and the DLC and such. Definitely big spoilers for the DLC because that pretty much spoils 3 for you anyway. So, yeah, spoiler alert because you already clicked on this and says Xenoblade Chronicles 4. I don't know. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed essentially confirms to you that the worlds combine. We all saw that. You know, you play the game, or I hope you did. It's a great DLC, fantastic. There's a whole new world out there. Or it's an old world. We don't know. So that's what I think what Xenoblade Chronicles 4 would be. It's a continuation of this new world because there was two. So backtracking, Xenoblade 1 was one world. Xenoblade 2 is another world. These two worlds lived independent to one another, and then they started forming together by the end of the conclusion of 1 and 2, which led into this world of 3, where they were essentially combining one another. And then Origin became to play and is storing data through light, and Melia says this to Riku, and Riku tells you that, hey, the Sword 7 is for one person. Numa shows up, and next thing you know it, the worlds separate. Then they come back again. And this is what 4 is going to be like. Who knows? I don't know. It's a speculation as it is just a conversation. I'm just saying things because they're just fresh in my mind. So this is going to be a continuation of 1 and 2, the worlds combining, right? But the question is, what happened to Origin? Because wasn't it the point of Origin to be like this hard drive of everyone's information, thoughts, and souls, or whatever necessarily they were trying to like build off this system of things. And so for me, I believe Xenoblade Chronicles 4 is the follow-up of this combined world, in which I'm saying combined world because like that's what they show you, but we don't even know what that really means. It could be a whole new world, right? Brand new world, or the actual combination of 1 and 2 or 3 or whatever, right? Combining them. Or it's just another world. We don't know, but this is my theory, right? Xenoblade Chronicles 4 is Xenoblade 1 and 2, right? We got the Mechons and we got the Blades, and they live a shared world. They live their own world. They do their own thing. They live their own life. They all just happen to just live in this world that they just always known as existed. We, the players, know there was two separate worlds. This is why they are looking a certain way. So the Mechons will look like, you know, a combination of Blade and Mechon now, and all the Hyantia are now like more regular people with like Blade-like systems or something. Again, combined, whatever that may mean. Combined world now would be everybody lives in harmony and they all live like this, but we all know like, hey, you used to be one world and you used to be this other world. Now these new protagonists are trying to discover the new world and how it functions and why it functions the way it does, and they come across something in the space system or whatever, because you know, whatever was coming down that planet, I mean, some people speculate it's a certain character from the Xenosaga world, which again, I mean, even they can speculate that part because there's no concrete confirmation. I mean, it's subtly confirmed, but not necessarily explicitly confirmed. But as a non-Xenosaga player, I can't necessarily with full confidence say what it is. I just know it was a speck of light coming down to Earth, or not even Earth, let's just call it the planet. The planet is getting whatever this is coming from space, coming down to the planet, and let's say the protagonists discover it and they're like, oh, what is this? And then the whatever it's inside tells them there's a world out there and you got to be careful because it's coming after you. Some sort of I don't know, let's just say aliens come here, right? And they're going to take over the planet, and the only way we can stop them is the knowledge of previous past lives that have experienced some sort of attack like that. And that's when they discovered the thing, which is Origin, that'll help them. And I believe that Xenoblade Chronicles 4 will revolve around the cast of characters with this new alien friend of theirs to build a spaceship of some kind, explore the continents, building the spaceship, launching off into space, because I feel like that's their next idea behind it, was to launch into space. I mean, we've already like explored planets and continents. Like, they're amazing at creating this world, this living, breathing world. So what if they like do it, but for 2 planets? Like, I'm pretty sure Monolith Soft has these weird goals of like, okay, how many players can we put in the game? 4? Okay, 4 is a lot. With their own like set of skills, okay, that's a lot. Let's do 4. And then they go, you know what? The last game, we did 4. You think we could do 6 characters at the same time? Let's do 6. Let's try to get 6. And then they get to 6 and they go, what's more than 6? 7? Yeah, let's try 7. And then they get to the point where they're like, all right, like, how many? Okay, it's got to be a lot, right? But can we do 10? You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll come up with something like that. Hey, can we make a load? Can we just get rid of loading maps? Can we do that? Yeah, for the DLC, let us just get rid of the loading map. That's the challenge. So just, I don't care what we do for the concept of the story or map design. Let's just get rid of the loading map. All right, that's what they did. They literally did that for the DLC. You can travel from the very beginning all the way to the boss fight. I think up until before getting to the boss fight, there's just one loading screen. That's it. That is it. That's insane. You could do that. They probably thought, okay, we build worlds. What if we build 2? Well, they did that with Xenoblade Chronicles 1, actually. Xenoblade Chronicles world, like, the Bionis is one world, and then the Mechonis is a different world. I guess they're more continents, they are worlds, but you get what I'm saying. Like, they came up with this idea of like, well, what if we build a world that's a Titan? Okay, they did that. And their next challenge would have been, for the sake of this argument, they looked at like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and said, you know what? We built a world. What if we make 2 worlds? And now they're gonna build 2 worlds. So they're gonna do a planet A, and they're gonna do planet B, and that's their goal. And they're gonna do it somehow with some crazy magic that they've developed over in Monolith Soft. So I'm assuming that's what their idea is gonna be. They're gonna build another planet. So the first planet A is like fully developed and everything, and then you go to space and you go, oh, we're gonna get a cutscene and we're gonna like travel an Origin. No. You get like another planet, and you gotta find Origin in the second planet, and then travel the world in the 7 seas, and then you go and find Origin somewhere. You get to Origin, and then that's when the game like unlocks. We're looking at like, I don't know, 80 hours in or something. The game unlocks and tells you, oh, you can now play with the original cast of Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and 3. So all of a sudden you got like, I don't know, 12 characters to play through, and they're gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna do 12. We're just gonna do 12. We did 8 for the DLC. Let's just bump it to 10, and then for post game we'll give you like 15 characters to control. So then Xenoblade Chronicles 4 is going to conclude with you having the base roster, and then your main cast roster go off to fight whoever the hell that is, like the alien, Zanza's child, I don't know. And Xenoblade Chronicles 4 will conclude with you having traveled 2 worlds, both from like, 1, 2, and 3. A roster of like 10 plus characters. I mean, definitely we're gonna get like 9 characters, because like Xenoblade 1, it was like 3 characters. X was 4 characters, and the Scales 2 was 3 characters with each one having a blade, so technically like 6 characters. And then 3, you got up to like 6 characters you controlled plus the hero, so that's 7. In the DLC you got 8 at the very end. Spoilers, but you get 8 characters. So they're gonna go like, you know what, 9. Let's just do 9. I'm just gonna say 10, just because I know they could probably do 10 if they wanted to. I don't know how, but they'll just do it. And at the end, you'll have like 15 playable characters. So sure, you got 15 playable characters. You're fighting like the alien god of alien gods, and you're gonna find out why the worlds need to be separated but combined for whatever reason. I mean, this is as speculative as you can get. I'm just spitballing because there has to be a Xenoblade 4 of some kind. I mean, I'm hoping for Xenoblade Chronicles X2, but if we're gonna get a 4 of some kind of way, I'm assuming it's gonna be something along those lines. But that's just me speculating. I would love to hear what y'all would think of what Xenoblade Chronicles 4 would look like. Try to keep it spoiler free from Xenosaga as you can, because I've never played it, and even if I were to read it, I'm not gonna understand what the hell some of you all are gonna be saying. So just come up with the wildest speculative reasons you would think Xenoblade Chronicles 4 would run a certain way, because we're in the zone of the unknown, and I think that's kind of part of the fun. We're just gonna try to figure out what's gonna be in the future. That's just it. You gave us the end of a trilogy with a non-conclusive answer at the very end, like the very last image. You clearly want us to speculate, so we're gonna speculate until you give us something Monolith Soft. So tell me what y'all think. What does Xenoblade Chronicles 4 look like? What do you expect Xenoblade Chronicles 4 to be from like a gameplay perspective? You know, what do you expect from it? And write it down in the comment sections. I would love to read whatever. I mean, your stuff will probably make more sense than my stuff at this point. So make me make sense by writing down in the comment sections what Xenoblade Chronicles 4 is going to look like. And I will love to hear your thoughts. This was Just Your Lyle, and I'll check you guys out in the next one. Later.